Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Colin here from Creating Code. So today we're going to talk about how to update your copy of StartRight Pro, your WordPress theme that you've bought from creatingcode.com. So this is specifically for the pro version. The free version of StartRight is available from WordPress.org. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you have got your license key for StartRight Pro. So to get that, head over to creatingcode.com. Click into my account, and when you purchased StartRight Pro, you would have gotten a username and password, yet another username and password. And if you can remember what your username and password is, you'll be able to log in and you'll be brought to your account. So let's assume that you've got that much. Okay, so when you log in, you'll see date you purchased StartRight. You can see the details, and you can actually physically download the file as well. So we're going to look at two ways of updating a theme. First is to update it automatically from within your own WordPress site, and the second method is a manual update. So we'll take a very quick look at both methods. So first thing you want to do is click into View License Keys. So depending on the version of StartRight that you purchased, you may have one activation, you may have three, you may have unlimited. So let's assume, you can see here I've got a premium, I think we call it premium license. So I've got three activations, none at present. So first thing I want to do is click on the key. You can see my key reveals itself. Copy the key. Then I'm going to go back over to my WordPress site. So first thing I want to do is go to Appearance, Themes. You can see the StartRight Pro is active. And you can see I'm running null version here 1.0.9. And to be able to update the theme automatically, I've got to enter my license key. Hit Save Changes. And you can see the key is now active. So if I head back over to my account, see that StartRight Pro tutorials.dev, which is the URL, is now registered here. Okay, so now, can't remember if I hit Save Changes. Let me just hit it just to be safe. Now, just before I go any further, you can also, if you want to move licenses around, let's assume you only had a single license, you can deactivate that license, which basically now releases. And you can see there's no sites have been active. So you can now go ahead and use that license on a different site if you wish. You can also manually add site URLs from here if you wish. I always prefer to do it from within the specific site that you're using. You'll see now it activates here. Okay, so how do we automatically update the theme? If I go back to themes, you'll see now StartRight Pro 1.2.0 is available. So that's a new notice that only started to appear after I added the license key into the theme license area. So unless that your key has been added, and unless it appears in the manage license area, you will not be prompted for these automatic updates. There are also scenarios potentially where this update still doesn't appear. If, for example, your host has blocked your website from communicating remotely. For example, some hosts lock down their firewall settings, which would block your website from talking back to the Creating Code license server. That could stop automatic updates from appearing within your themes area. So we'll cover the manual theme update process a little bit later on, if that is the case. So you want to check our changelog here. You can see it was updated just a few days ago, and you can see what has been added. into the latest version theme. So close that. So to update, hit update now. Now you can see you're prompted. Updating this theme will lose any customizations you've made. Click cancel to stop. OK to update. So by customizations here, we're specifically talking about theme files. We're not talking about your customizer options. We're not talking about some plugins you may have installed. We're specifically talking about the theme files. So what happens when you hit the OK button here? Let's just actually talk about what actually happens. The theme files are downloaded from creightoncode.com, and it replaces the existing theme files that you have installed in your server. That's it. Nothing else. There's no other changes happening at any of your other plugins, etc. So it's a pretty safe update process as long as you've not changed any of the files within the theme itself. If you have changed some of the files within the theme itself, do not do this. The first thing you need to do is back up your changes separately. We'll cover that in a later video, because you'll lose them. And that's why we recommend you never change any of the files within the theme. So what you would do typically is you would use something like a child theme if you want to make changes and override some of the templates within the main parent theme itself. But that's a whole other video. One thing I would always suggest people to do is to make a backup of their site before they update their theme. It's just good practice. Typically, if you have maybe a staging site, you could maybe just run the update there first. Sometimes strange thing happens with updates to themes, to plugins, to WordPress itself. It's just good practice to make updates to a staging copy of your site first of all. If you don't have a staging copy of your website, I'd recommend looking into a host like SiteGround, where you can have got one-click staging site creation built into their platform, which is excellent. You'll never wonder how you lived without it once you've got a staging site set up. Or you could use something like Updraft Plus, which will prompt you to back up your site just before you do any kind of key updates like plugins and themes, etc. So for the moment, we're working on a development site here. I'm not going to run a backup right now. I'll just OK. And the update will now run. And you can see it's downloaded the latest update, installed it, return to themes page. You can see now the prompt is gone. If I click on here, we can see that we've been updated to the latest version. And we've added some nice new features in the latest version 1.21, which actually we'll cover in a later video. Alright, so that concludes the auto update process. Let's assume that for whatever reason you can't auto update. Let's just jump over to another copy of another site we have running locally here, which is still running 1.09. So in that situation, what I would want to do is go back to my account, and what I'm going to do is just go back up, and I'm going to go into View Details and Downloads. So you can see you can download an invoice if you need one, and you can see here, if you click on this link, so download the latest version of the theme for you. So in this case, yep, it's just gone straight into my downloads there. I was actually going to download it again. I'm just going to save it to a folder that I have created here. Oh, sorry. Cancel that. Yes, I understand what's going on. Let's now just grab it from my little folder. Okay, so I've downloaded StartRight Pro 1.2.1. Let's go back to the site here. Now, because I've already got this theme installed, it's not a simple case of just going to the usual add new, upload theme, upload file. That won't work. Why? Because the theme's already installed. So if you attempt to just simply upload the zip file, again, WordPress will tell you that you could throw an error, say that the directory already exists, which makes sense. You don't want the same theme installed twice. You want to simply update or override those files. There is, however, a very nice little nifty plugin that you can add to your WordPress site that will make it very easy to do exactly just that. It's called Easy Theme and Plugin Updates. Sorry, just let's go inside that text for some reason. So Easy Theme Plugin Updates. Here we are. Plugin by Chris Jean. It's got 100,000 active installs. This plugin is a fantastic piece of kit. Makes updating themes and plugins exactly as it says. Very easy. Hit activate. Okay, now if I go back to Appearance and Themes and I click into Add New, I hit Upload Theme, choose the file, and what we're going to do here is select the file we just downloaded. That's slightly different. The version number here is probably going to be different to what you see, just because this is a different. This video has been recorded in late January 2017, so chances are by the time you see this video, the version number has probably moved on. Hit install now, and you can see now we don't get that error message that we've previously seen. That the folder already existed. You can see now it's backed up an old copy of the theme for as well. Now that's great. I wouldn't rely on this for my backups, so I would still go back and take the earlier recommendations about using something like Updraft Plus, or having done a dry run of the update process on a staging site first of all. This to me is just an extra backup just in case we need it. Again, you rarely will, but it's nice to know it's there if you need it. Okay, so that's it. You can see now we're up to date. This again is a different file to what I just downloaded automatically. That's just because the local version is a different zip file. And yeah, that's it. Again, here in this scenario, I just haven't entered my key just to emulate the process where the key check has been blocked. And yeah, I mean, that pretty much covers the update process for any of our themes from Create and Code. If you have any questions, head on over to createandcode.com and you can jump into our support area here, which provides any number of tutorials for both StartRight and StartRight Pro. We've got our install and setup guide over there. I've got some articles about how to edit common areas of the site. If you, for example, don't find something that you need, it's no problem at all. We've got a support team on hand to help you night and day. Click into new support ticket. Make sure you log the email address that you used when you were buying the theme. Really help us out. And again, if you put your license code in here in the product you've purchased, that'll really help us to escalate your ticket as quick as possible. All right, folks, talk to you soon.